This content is provided for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute professional real estate, legal, financial, or investment advice. I am not a licensed real estate agent, broker, attorney, or financial advisor in the United States. The information shared in this video is based on personal research, experience, and publicly available resources. Real estate laws, marketing regulations, and licensing requirements vary by state and country. You should always consult with a licensed real estate professional or legal advisor before implementing any strategies discussed in this video. I make no guarantees regarding results, income, or lead generation performance. Your success depends on many factors including market conditions, effort, and experience. By watching this video, you agree that you are solely responsible for any decisions or actions you take based on this content. You just spent $4,000 on a breathtaking video for your new listing. The drone shots are buttery smooth. The twilight photography makes the home glow. The interior staging is a work of art. You've captured a masterpiece. And then you slap on that royalty-free ukulele track. You know the one. The plucky, cheerful, mind-numbingly generic tune that has been used in 10,000 other real estate videos, dental office explainers, and local car dealership ads. In an instant, your million-dollar masterpiece feels like a $50 PowerPoint presentation. Your cinematic tour feels cheap. Your luxury brand feels basic. And in a market this competitive, basic doesn't sell. Let me tell you a quick story about two agents in Austin, Texas. We'll call them Agent A and Agent B. They listed nearly identical modern farmhouses in the same desirable neighborhood, at the same price point. Agent A, a great agent, did what most do. He hired a good videographer, got some great shots, and used a popular upbeat generic pop track for his video tour. It was nice. Got a few thousand views. Agent B, however, understood something deeper. She saw the home not just as a structure, but as a sanctuary. A place for a family to escape the city's noise. Instead of an upbeat pop track, she chose a piece of slow, atmospheric, cinematic music. It was sparse with gentle piano and soaring ambient strings. It wasn't just background noise. It was the home's soul translated into sound. Agent A's video got likes. Agent B's video got shares. People who weren't even in the market for a home shared it, saying, "This is the most peaceful home tour I've ever seen." It was shared in local design groups, lifestyle blogs, and it completely dominated the local real estate conversation online. Agent A's home sat on the market for 38 days and sold for just under asking. Agent B's home had 3 offers in the first 72 hours and sold for $45,000 over list price. The only significant difference in their marketing? The music. That is the power you are leaving on the table. And that is the power I am going to teach you how to wield. This isn't about finding a good song. This is about learning the science and art of sonic branding and emotional architecture. This is about turning your property videos from simple digital flyers into compelling, emotionally resonant short films that don't just show a house, but sell a feeling. By the end of this video, you will have a complete framework for choosing the perfect music every single time. For any type of property, transforming your marketing from an expense into a powerful profit-generating weapon. We have to stop thinking of music as the last thing we add to a video. It's not the cherry on top, it's the foundation. It's the first and most important decision you make after the camera stops rolling. Why? Because music bypasses the logical brain. A potential buyer can look at a kitchen and think, "I don't like those countertops," or "the backsplash is dated." That's their analytical mind at work. But they can't analyze a feeling. Music doesn't speak to the prefrontal cortex. It speaks directly to the limbic system, the part of the brain that controls emotion, memory, and behavior. When you choose the right music, you are literally tapping into the buyer's emotional core. You're not just showing them a house. You're giving them the feeling of living there. You are building nostalgia for a place they've never even been. That is a level of influence that no feature list or drone shot can ever achieve on its own. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds complicated. I'll just use a trending sound from Instagram or TikTok. It's easy and it gets views. And that is one of the biggest, most damaging mistakes you can make. A trending sound might get you a short-term blip in views from people scrolling for entertainment, but it does absolutely nothing to build your brand or sell the specific property. In fact, it often does the opposite. Using a silly, trending dance track on a video for a sophisticated, multi-million-dollar estate instantly cheapens the product. It creates a massive disconnect between what the buyer sees and what they feel. It's like a 4-star restaurant serving a Michelin-rated steak on a paper plate. The asset might be incredible, but the presentation signals that it is invaluable. Your music choice is the plate. It tells the world how they should perceive the value of what you're offering. Strategic music selection is about creating a timeless asset that sells the home, not just chasing a 24-hour trend that sells nothing but the sound itself. So how do we do it? How do we move from randomly picking a song that sounds nice to making a strategic, calculated choice that drives emotion and, ultimately, a sale? It comes down to a system I call emotional architecture. Just like a building's architect designs a physical space to make people feel a certain way, grand and inspired in a cathedral, cozy and safe in a bungalow, we, as marketers, must design the sonic space of our videos to evoke a precise, targeted emotion in our potential buyers. This system is built on 3 foundational pillars. Get these 3 right, and you will be ahead of 99% of the agents in your market. The first pillar is the property's core story. Before you even think about genres or tempos, you must act like a detective and uncover the unique identity of the property itself. Who is this house for? Is it a sleek downtown condo for a high-powered young professional? Is it a sprawling suburban home for a growing family? Is it a quiet, secluded cabin for a writer or an artist seeking refuge? Every home has a story, an ideal inhabitant. The music must be the soundtrack to that person's life in that home. It's not about your musical taste or your broker's taste. It's about serving the story of the property. The second pillar is the desired emotional response. Once you know the story, you can define the feeling. You need to be specific. Don't just aim for happy. Do you want the viewer to feel energized and excited? Or calm and serene? Do you want them to feel a sense of awe and overwhelming luxury? Or a feeling of cozy, nostalgic comfort? These are vastly different emotions that require completely different musical approaches. Excitement might call for a track with a driving beat and uplifting electronic elements. Serenity might require a minimalist piano piece with lots of space. Awe demands a sweeping, orchestral, cinematic score. You are the director of this emotional journey, and the music is your primary tool. And the third pillar is the platform and pacing. The musical needs of a 30-second vertical Instagram reel are completely different from a 4-minute, widescreen cinematic property tour on YouTube. The reel needs a hook in the first 2 seconds, a clear build, and a quick payoff. The long-form tour has room to breathe. It can have a slow, atmospheric introduction, build tension and emotion through the middle, and crescendo into a powerful, memorable ending. The structure of the music must match the structure and pace of your video edit. A great song that is poorly edited or mismatched to the video's rhythm can be just as jarring as the wrong song altogether. These 3 pillars, the property's story, the desired emotion, and the platform pacing, form the unbreakable foundation of effective musical selection. Over the next parts of this presentation, we are going to dive deep into each one, giving you actionable steps, real-world examples, and even lists of resources to find the perfect tracks. But it all starts with that first pillar, the most important one, the one that everything else is built upon. Before you can choose the soundtrack, you must first understand the story. You have to learn how to walk into a property and not just see square footage and finishes, but to hear its silent story. So how do you do that? How do you decode a home's unique narrative and translate it into a musical direction? It starts by asking one simple, powerful question. Who is the ideal buyer for this home and what is their dream? That's it. That's the question. It's not about your taste in music. It's not about what's currently trending on the radio. It's not even about the house itself, not really. It's about the person who is going to live their life inside those walls. Everything, every musical choice you make, flows from the answer to that one question. See, a house isn't just wood and drywall and granite countertops. It's a stage. It's the backdrop for a future life. And your job as a marketer is to sell that future, not the present collection of building materials. Music is your most powerful tool for painting a picture of that future. It bypasses the logical brain, the part that's calculating mortgage payments and property taxes, and speaks directly to the emotional, dreaming part of the buyer, the part of the brain that makes the final decision. So let's break this down. Who is the ideal buyer? I'm not just talking about demographics, age, income, number of kids. That's a starting point, but it's shallow. We need to go deeper into what we call psychographics. What do they value? What are their aspirations? What does a perfect Saturday look like for them? Let's imagine 3 different properties and build the musical world for each one. First, picture a sleek, minimalist condo downtown. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, polished concrete floors, an open-concept kitchen with brand-new high-tech appliances. Who is the ideal buyer here? It's probably a young professional or a couple. Let's call them Alex and Jamie. They're in their late 20s or early 30s. They work in tech or finance. They don't have kids yet. What's their dream? It's not about a white picket fence. Their dream is about energy, ambition, and success. They want to be in the heart of the action. They dream of hosting sophisticated dinner parties for their equally ambitious friends. They dream of walking to the trendiest new restaurant on a Friday night. Their home isn't just a place to sleep. It's a statement. It says, "I've made it. I'm on my way up." So what's the soundtrack to that dream? It's not a gentle acoustic guitar. That would feel completely out of place, almost sarcastic. It's also not a loud, aggressive club track. That's for the weekend, not for the place they come home to. The music for Alex and Jamie's dream needs to be cool, confident, and modern. Think of an upbeat but smooth electronic track. Something with a clean, steady beat, maybe some light synth pads, and a feeling of forward momentum. It's the kind of music you'd hear in a high-end hotel lobby or a stylish commercial for a luxury car. It's sophisticated, feels like progress, feels like the city itself, full of possibility. The tempo is moderate to fast, reflecting their fast-paced life. The instrumentation is electronic and clean, mirroring the modern finishes of the condo. The mood is optimistic and cool. You're not just selling them a condo. You're selling them the feeling of being at the center of the universe, and the music is the heartbeat of that feeling. Now let's leave the city. Let's drive out to the suburbs. We're standing in front of a beautiful 4-bedroom colonial with a big green lawn, a tire swing hanging from an old oak tree, and a 2-car garage. Inside, there's a huge kitchen with a breakfast nook, a cozy family room with a fireplace, and a muddy set of cleats by the back door. Who is the ideal buyer here? It's a growing family. Let's call them the Millers. They have 2 young kids and maybe a golden retriever. What is their dream? It's the polar opposite of Alex and Jamie's. Their dream isn't about the hustle. It's about putting down roots. It's about safety, community, and creating memories. They dream of backyard barbecues, kids' birthday parties, and quiet Sunday mornings reading the paper while the kids play. Their home isn't a statement of success. It's a sanctuary. It's a container for love, laughter, and the beautiful chaos of family life. So what is the soundtrack to the Miller's dream? That cool electronic track we use for the condo would be jarring here. It would feel cold and impersonal. The music for this home needs to radiate warmth and nostalgia. Think of an acoustic guitar, a gentle piano melody, maybe some light, uplifting strings. The kind of music you'd hear in a heartwarming movie about family. The tempo is slower, more relaxed. It's the pace of a lazy summer afternoon. The instrumentation is organic and real. Wood strings, piano keys. Nothing synthetic. The mood is overwhelmingly positive, hopeful, and sentimental. It should feel like a warm hug. When a potential buyer watches this video, the music should make them instinctively picture their own kids running through that backyard. It should make them feel the peace of that fireplace on a cold winter night. You're not selling them a house. You're selling them the promise of a happy childhood for their kids and a stable, loving home. Okay, one more. Let's go to a luxury property. A sprawling custom-built home on a golf course or with an ocean view. It has a wine cellar, a home theater, and an infinity pool. This isn't for a first-time buyer or a young family. Who is the ideal buyer? This is a successful individual or couple, maybe nearing retirement. They've already built their career, their kids are grown and out of the house. Let's call them the Sinclairs. What is their dream? It's not about starting out or raising a family. It's about reward. It's about enjoying the fruits of a lifetime of hard work. Their dream is about elegance, peace, and legacy. They want a home that is both a private, serene escape and a magnificent place to entertain guests and host their extended family during the holidays. Their home is a monument to their life's achievements. It's a place of quiet, refined luxury. What is the soundtrack to the Sinclair's dream? The acoustic family track would feel too simple, almost folksy. The upbeat electronic track would feel cheap and undignified. The music for this home needs to convey a sense of grandeur, elegance, and timelessness. This is where orchestral music shines. Not a booming epic movie score, but something more restrained and beautiful. Think of a sweeping string section, a classical piano concerto, or even a sophisticated slow-tempo jazz trio. The music should feel expensive. It should have space and air to breathe, mirroring the expansive rooms and high ceilings of the home. The tempo is slow and deliberate. The instrumentation is rich and complex, a full orchestra, a grand piano, a cello. The mood is one of awe, serenity, and understated power. The music tells the buyer, "You've earned this. This is your reward. This is your legacy." It validates their life's work and offers them a vision of a peaceful, beautiful future. 3 houses, 3 ideal buyers, 3 completely different dreams. And therefore 3 completely different musical approaches. The condo's music sold ambition. The family home's music sold warmth. The luxury estate's music sold elegance. In every case, the music wasn't just background noise. It was the emotional engine of the entire marketing video. It was telling the story that the visuals alone could not. This is why just searching for upbeat corporate or mellow acoustic is a recipe for generic, forgettable videos. That approach starts with the music. The winning approach starts with a human being. It starts by building a clear profile of your buyer, and more importantly, a deep, empathetic understanding of the dream they are chasing. When you do that, the house is no longer the product. The dream is the product. The house is simply the key to unlocking it. And the music? The music is the sound of that dream coming true. So you've defined your buyer and their dream. You have a clear emotional target. You know the story you need to tell. But knowing you need serene orchestral music for a successful retiree is one thing. Finding that perfect track, the one that sounds like $1 million without costing it, the one that won't get your video flagged and taken down by a massive copyright strike, that is a whole other battle. And that's where most agents, even the ones with the best intentions, get completely and utterly stuck. It's a digital minefield, and you're walking through it blindfolded. On one side, you have the siren song of popular music, the chart-topping hits from artists you know and love, the songs that are already emotionally preloaded in your buyer's mind. It feels like a shortcut, right? Use a song they already love, and they'll transfer that love to the house. Simple. Except it's a trap. A huge, expensive, business-ending trap. And on the other side, you have this vague, nebulous world of stock music or royalty-free music, which to many sounds like cheap, generic elevator music. It feels like a compromise, a step down in quality that will make your $1 million listing feel like a bargain bin special. So you're paralyzed. You're stuck between a lawsuit and a lullaby. And this paralysis is where great video marketing goes to die. But what if I told you there's a third path? A path that gives you access to music that sounds just as good, if not better and more unique, than the top 40 hits, but without any of the legal nightmares. To find that path, you first have to understand the map. The world of music for video breaks down into 3 main territories, and knowing the difference is the single most important thing that will protect your business and elevate your brand. First, let's talk about the danger zone. Commercial copyrighted music. This is your Taylor Swift, your Drake, your Ed Sheeran, your U2. Anything you hear on the radio or on a major Spotify playlist. Using this music without permission is like building a deck on a new construction without a permit. It might look good for a little while, but eventually someone's going to notice and the consequences will be severe. Here's what happens. The moment you upload a video with a copyrighted song to YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, their algorithms like digital bloodhounds sniff it out instantly. They have a system called Content ID that matches your audio to a massive database of copyrighted works. In the best-case scenario, the platform might just mute the audio on your video. All that work, all that money spent on a videographer, and now your stunning drone shots are flying in awkward silence. Or they might place ads on your video, and all the revenue from those ads goes directly to the copyright holder, the record label. You're essentially paying to advertise for Sony Music Group. But the worst-case scenario is a copyright strike. Get a few of these, and your entire YouTube channel can be permanently deleted. Your digital storefront gone. And that's not even the biggest risk. The copyright holder, which is usually a massive corporation with a team of very expensive lawyers, can legally sue you for copyright infringement. We're talking damages that can reach up to $150,000 per infringement. Think about that. Is any one listing video worth risking a 6-figure lawsuit? The answer is a deafening no. Getting a license for a popular song is possible, but it's astronomically expensive and complicated, often costing tens of thousands of dollars and requiring months of negotiation. It's simply not an option for real estate marketing. So rule number 1, stay out of the danger zone. Now let's talk about the second territory, which is the gold standard for 99% of real estate agents: royalty-free music. This is the most misunderstood term in the entire industry. Royalty-free does not mean the music is free of cost. Let me say that again. Does not mean the music is free. What it means is that you don't have to pay royalties or ongoing payments each time your video is played. Instead, you pay a one-time fee to license a single track, or more commonly, you pay a monthly or annual subscription to a service that gives you unlimited access to their entire library. You pay the subscription, and you can download and use as many songs as you want and as many videos as you want, for as long as your subscription is active. This is the key. It's a simple, clean, and legally ironclad transaction. You are purchasing a license that gives you the legal right to use that music in your commercial video. And the quality? Forget the cheesy corporate music you're imagining. The platforms that provide this music today are incredible. They are home to hundreds of thousands of tracks created by professional musicians, composers, and producers from all over the world. We're talking epic orchestral scores, trendy lo-fi hip-hop beats, uplifting cinematic pop, ambient acoustic folk. Literally any genre or mood you can imagine, produced at a level that rivals anything you'd hear on the radio. This is your safe harbor. It's your secret weapon. It's where you find the music that makes your brand sound unique and premium, without ever having to look over your shoulder for a legal notice. Finally, there's the third territory. This is the tricky, often confusing world of Creative Commons and public domain music. You might see this referred to as free music. Public domain is music where the copyright has expired, usually because it's very old, think Beethoven or Mozart. You can use it freely, but the challenge is finding high-quality recordings, and frankly, a classical symphony might not be the right vibe for a modern condo. Creative Commons or CC is a bit more complex. This is where artists voluntarily choose to let others use their work for free, but under very specific conditions. There are different types of CC licenses, and this is where agents get into trouble. Some licenses require you to give attribution, meaning you have to credit the artist in your video description. That's easy enough. But many Creative Commons licenses have a non-commercial clause. This means you can use the music for a personal home video, but you absolutely cannot use it for anything related to a business, and a real estate marketing video is by definition a commercial project. Using a non-commercial track in your listing video is just as much of a copyright violation as using a Beyoncé song. So while it's possible to find some usable free music here, you have to be a detective, carefully reading the fine print on every single license for every single track. For a busy agent, the time and risk involved just isn't worth it. So the path becomes clear. The overwhelming best choice for professional, safe, and high-quality real estate video is royalty-free music. Your next question is obvious. Where do I find it? This is where the game has completely changed in the last few years. There are several incredible subscription-based platforms that are built for creators. Services like Epidemic Sound, Artlist, and MusicBed are the industry leaders. For a relatively small monthly fee, often less than what you'd spend on coffee in a week, you get an all-you-can-eat buffet of world-class music. Think of it like Netflix for music. You pay one flat fee and you can browse, audition, and download literally hundreds of thousands of songs, all cleared for commercial use on YouTube, Instagram, your website, anywhere. You can create playlists, search by mood, genre, instrument, or even video theme. They make it incredibly easy. This isn't an expense. It's an investment. It's insurance for your business. It's a tool that elevates your production value from amateur to professional overnight. The cost of a yearly subscription is a tiny fraction of a single commission check, yet it protects your entire business and enhances every single piece of video content you create for the next 365 days. Now you know the map. You know to avoid the danger zone of copyrighted hits. You know to be wary of the tricky terrain of free music, and you know that the safe golden path is through the world of royalty-free music subscriptions. You're ready to sign up for a service and open the treasure chest. But having access to a library of 100,000 songs is like being handed a phone book and told to find your soulmate. The sheer volume of choice can be just as paralyzing as the legal fears were before. So how do you actually search? What keywords do you use? How do you match a song to a $2 million modern versus a cozy suburban bungalow? That's the art, and that's what we're breaking down next. Let's start with a framework. Searching for music isn't about randomly typing words into a search bar until something sounds okay. It's about deconstructing the feeling of the property and translating that into a language the music library understands. Think of it in 4 layers: mood, genre, instrumentation, and tempo. Get these 4 things right, and you're not just finding a song, you're casting a character for the home. Mood is the most important layer. It's the emotional core. Before you type a single word, ask yourself, what is the primary emotion this home should evoke? Is it sophisticated and exclusive? Is it warm and welcoming? Is it cool and trendy? Is it peaceful and serene? Don't just think nice. Go deeper. Use words like aspirational, nostalgic, energetic, calm, elegant, playful. This single word will be the North Star of your entire search. Next is genre. Genre is the stylistic container for your mood. An aspirational mood can live in a cinematic orchestral track, but it can also live in a minimalist electronic track. A warm mood could be acoustic folk, or it could be a light, jazzy piano piece. The genre you choose says a lot about the target buyer. A young, first-time homebuyer might resonate more with an indie pop track, while the buyer for a $10 million penthouse might connect better with a sophisticated classical or ambient score. Then comes instrumentation. This is where you get granular. What specific instruments will create the texture you need? Pianos often convey elegance and emotion. Acoustic guitars feel organic, honest, and warm. Strings, violins, cellos add a sense of drama, luxury, and scale. They make things feel important. Synthesizers can feel modern, sleek, and futuristic. A driving drum beat adds energy and pace, while no drums at all creates a more ambient, contemplative feel. Thinking about instrumentation helps you refine your search from cinematic to cinematic piano and strings, which will give you vastly different and better results. Finally, tempo. This is the pace of the song, measured in beats per minute or BPM. But you don't need to be a musician. Just think in simple terms. Is it slow, medium, or fast? A slow tempo is reflective, luxurious, and allows the viewer to soak in the details. It's perfect for sprawling estates and properties with stunning views. A medium tempo is the workhorse of real estate. It has a nice walking pace, a gentle forward momentum that carries the viewer through the home without feeling rushed. It's optimistic and positive. A fast tempo is for high-energy properties or lifestyle-focused videos. Think downtown condos, properties with amazing pools and entertainment spaces, or videos targeting a younger, more dynamic audience. So mood, genre, instrumentation, tempo. That's your compass. Now let's apply it. Let's take that $2 million modern home. Glass walls, infinity pool, minimalist furniture, incredible city view. What's the story? It's about success, sophistication, and a clean, uncluttered life. It's an escape from the noise. Our mood is aspirational, sophisticated, serene. Our genre could be ambient, chill wave, or minimalist electronic. We want something that feels modern and clean, not old world or overly emotional. For instrumentation, we're thinking subtle synthesizers, a clean electric piano, maybe a very simple deep bass line, but no heavy drums. We don't want anything to distract from the visual perfection. The music should be like a piece of expensive, minimalist furniture. It's there, it elevates the space, but it doesn't scream for attention. The tempo should be slow. We want the viewer to feel like they have all the time in the world to enjoy that view. So what do you search for? You combine these ideas. You start with ambient, sophisticated. Too boring? Try chill wave, luxury. Still not right? Get specific with instruments. Minimalist electronic piano. Or focus on the feeling. Serene, aspirational drone background. The key is to use the framework to guide your exploration. The music for this house shouldn't have a catchy sing-along melody. It should be a texture and atmosphere. It's the feeling of cool marble under your feet, the silent hum of a perfect climate control system. It's the soundtrack to success. Now let's flip the script entirely. The cozy suburban bungalow, white picket fence, a big oak tree in the front yard. A warm, updated kitchen where you can practically smell cookies baking. The story here isn't about escaping the world. It's about creating your world. It's about family, community, safety, and creating memories. Our mood is heartwarming, nostalgic, welcoming. Our genre is probably acoustic folk, singer-songwriter, or indie pop. We want something that feels authentic and human. For instrumentation, an acoustic guitar is almost non-negotiable. It's the sound of authenticity. We can add a simple brush drum beat, maybe a light piano melody, and some gentle strings to lift the chorus and make it feel more emotionally resonant. We want real instruments that feel like they were played by real people. The tempo should be medium. It should feel like a happy, leisurely stroll through the neighborhood. It has a gentle, optimistic bounce to it. So your search terms become uplifting acoustic guitar, heartwarming folk, optimistic indie pop, or family home background music. The song you choose here should have a melody. It should be something that makes you smile, something that makes you imagine your own kids running through that backyard sprinkler. It's the soundtrack to a happy life. See the difference? One is about cool, detached aspiration. The other is about warm, connected emotion. The music does 90% of that work before you even see the full kitchen. Let's do one more. The trendy downtown loft. Exposed brick, 15-foot ceilings, industrial steel windows looking out over a bustling street. The story is about a lifestyle. It's about energy, creativity being in the center of it all. It's for the person who works hard and plays harder. Our mood is cool, confident, energetic. Our genre could be indie rock, soulful pop, lounge, or even jazzy hip-hop. It needs to have a bit of an edge, a bit of swagger. For instrumentation, a strong bass line and a solid drum beat are key. This gives it that confident groove. Add in a funky electric guitar riff, or some soulful Rhodes piano chords. This isn't background music, it's a main character track. The tempo can be medium to fast. It needs to match the energy of the city outside. It should make you want to nod your head. Your search terms would be things like cool indie rock, confident upbeat soul, stylish lounge, or down-tempo hip-hop. The music for the loft tells the buyer, this is who you could be. The person who lives here is interesting. They have great taste. They are at the center of the universe. It's selling an identity as much as it's selling square footage. For every property, you must perform this translation. From the physical space to the emotional feeling to the musical vocabulary. Don't just look at a house and search for real estate music. That's the cardinal sin. That's how you get the same generic, cheesy corporate track that's been used on 10,000 other listings in your city. Instead, look at the house, define the ideal buyer, and find the soundtrack to their life. The music isn't for the house. It's for the person who is going to live in it. When you make that mental shift, your ability to find the perfect track will explode. You stop being a video editor and you start being a storyteller, a tastemaker, an emotional architect. And that is how you make a video that doesn't just show a house but sells a dream. So, if you're an emotional architect, what are your building materials? They're not brick and mortar, they're not steel and glass. They are genres and instruments. They are melodies and harmonies. Your blueprint is the story of the home, and your materials are the sounds you use to build that story in the mind of the buyer. This is where we move from abstract theory to powerful practical application. We're going to talk about the single most important decision you'll make after you've identified your target buyer's dream. Genre property pairing. Think of it like this. You wouldn't wear a tuxedo to the beach. You wouldn't wear hiking boots to a black tie gala. The outfit has to match the occasion. In our world, the music genre is the outfit, and the property is the occasion. Getting this right is the difference between a video that feels authentic and compelling, and one that feels, well, weird. Awkward. Like the realtor just grabbed the first track they could find on a stock music site. We don't do that here. We are intentional. We are architects. Let's break down the primary musical genres you'll be working with, what emotions they evoke, and exactly what kind of properties they are built for. First, the king of aspiration. Cinematic orchestral music. When you hear this, what do you think of? Movie trailers. Epic landscapes. A hero's journey. It's the sound of significance. Grand sweeping strings, powerful brass sections, triumphant percussion. This music doesn't just suggest success. It screams it from a mountaintop. It creates a sense of legacy, of timeless elegance, of achievement. So when do you use it? You use it for the one-percenters. The sprawling multi-million-dollar estate with a quarter-mile driveway. The penthouse apartment with a 360-degree view of the city skyline. The historic mansion that's been meticulously restored. You use cinematic music when the property itself is a landmark, a trophy. The music elevates the home from a simple dwelling to a statement piece, the culmination of a life well lived. It tells the buyer, this isn't just where you'll live, this is where your empire will be headquartered. It's pure, unadulterated aspiration. Now let's come down from the clouds a little and step into the world of modern professionalism. This is the realm of corporate uplifting music. Don't let the name fool you. This isn't the cheesy, boring elevator music of the 90s. Modern corporate music is clean, optimistic, and forward-thinking. It's built on a foundation of piano melodies, light, crisp percussion, maybe some subtle electronic elements, and almost always features a steady, positive build. It's the sound of a TED Talk, an Apple product launch, a tech startup that just got funding. It communicates clarity, potential, and a bright future. This is your go-to genre for new construction. For the sleek, minimalist condo in a bustling downtown district. For a beautifully staged suburban home targeting young professionals or a growing family. It works because it feels safe, reliable, and inspiring. It doesn't have the over-the-top drama of a cinematic score. Instead, it offers a feeling of grounded optimism. It says, your life is on an upward trajectory, and this is the perfect, clean slate for your next chapter. But what if your buyer isn't a CEO or a tech entrepreneur? What if they're a creative, an artist, someone who values authenticity and vibe over polish and prestige? Welcome to the world of chill hop and lofi. This genre has exploded for a reason. It's effortlessly cool. It's the sound of your favorite independent coffee shop, of late-night study sessions, of just hanging out. It's characterized by mellow, jazzy chord progressions, dusty drum loops, and a warm, slightly imperfect analog feel. Feels human. This is the perfect soundtrack for the trendy urban loft with exposed brick, the renovated warehouse apartment in the Arts District, the charming starter home for a millennial or Gen Z buyer who cringes at anything that feels too sleazy. Using lofi doesn't feel like you're selling them a house. It feels like you're inviting them into a lifestyle. It's relaxed, it's authentic, it's comfortable in its own skin. The message here isn't about aspiration or achievement in the traditional sense. The message is, this is a place where you can be yourself, a place to decompress, to create, to live. It's an incredibly powerful tool for connecting with a younger, more cynical demographic. Let's pivot from the city to the countryside. For this, we need the warmth and sincerity of acoustic folk music. Think simple, clean acoustic guitar. Maybe a ukulele, a soft piano, a gentle voice, or just a pure instrumental. This genre is all about connection, authenticity, and a sense of belonging. It's the sound of home. It evokes feelings of family, of nature, of simpler times. This is the undisputed champion for the classic suburban family home with the big backyard and the white picket fence. It's perfect for the rustic farmhouse with a wraparound porch, the cozy cabin nestled in the woods, the lake house where generations of memories will be made. Acoustic music strips away all the pretense. It's genuine. It speaks directly to the heart, tapping into that deep-seated human desire for community, for safety, for a place to put down roots. When you use an acoustic track, you're not selling square footage and granite countertops. You're selling the promise of backyard barbecues, of kids playing in the grass, of quiet mornings with a cup of coffee on the porch. You're selling the feeling of coming home. Finally, let's explore the cutting edge with electronic and ambient music. This is a vast category, but we're focusing on the style that is sleek, sophisticated, and atmospheric. Think minimalist synth pads, clean, precise beats, and evolving soundscapes that create a mood rather than a distinct melody. This is the sound of the future. It's cool, it's detached, it's sophisticated. You use this for the architectural marvel. The ultramodern home with floor-to-ceiling glass and smart home technology integrated into every wall. The high-rise apartment that looks like it's straight out of a science fiction film. This music works because it highlights design and innovation. It doesn't try to create a warm, fuzzy feeling of home in the traditional sense. Instead, it creates a sense of awe and intrigue. It suggests a lifestyle that is efficient, stylish, and ahead of the curve. It's for the buyer who sees their home as a piece of functional art, a testament to modern design. The music becomes part of the architecture, an auditory extension of the clean lines and futuristic features of the property. Now, a pro-level tip. These genres are not rigid, isolated boxes. The best music often lives in the spaces between them. You might find a track labeled Cinematic Chill that has the grand strings of an orchestral piece but the relaxed tempo of a lofi track, perfect for a luxury beach house. You might find an acoustic pop track that blends the sincerity of a folk song with the optimistic energy of a corporate track, ideal for a bright, modern family home. Don't just search for orchestral. Search for the feeling. Search for uplifting epic strings or thoughtful minimalist piano. The more descriptive you are, the more nuanced your results will be. And this brings me to the single biggest trap you must avoid, the cardinal sin of real estate video music. The generic, overused, soul-crushingly bland corporate ukulele track. You know the one. The happy-go-lucky plinking and whistling that has infested thousands upon thousands of videos. Using this track is the musical equivalent of using a default font on your website. It screams, "I didn't try." It's a sonic cliché. It instantly devalues the property, making it feel generic and cheap, like a stock photo of a house rather than a unique and special home. It tells the buyer you couldn't be bothered to find music that actually reflects the character of the property. You are an emotional architect, not a fast food cook. You don't serve the same meal to every customer. Your job is to find the unique flavor, the specific sonic identity of each home. By mastering this skill of genre property pairing, you move beyond just picking a nice song. You start making deliberate strategic choices. You're using music as a precision tool to target a specific buyer's deepest emotions and aspirations. You're not just showing them rooms, you're letting them hear what it would feel like to live there. You've chosen the perfect genre, your core building material. You have the emotional color palette for your masterpiece. But having the right color paint is only half the battle. You still have to apply it to the canvas with skill and intention. You have to match the rhythm of your visuals to the heartbeat of the music. This is where the magic truly happens. It's the secret sauce that separates a forgettable property tour from an unforgettable cinematic experience. Matching the rhythm of your visuals to the heartbeat of the music isn't just a fancy editing trick. It's a fundamental principle of psychological persuasion. It's about creating a state of flow for the viewer, a seamless hypnotic journey where the visuals and the audio are so perfectly intertwined that they become one. When a video is in sync, the viewer doesn't have to work to process it. Their brain instinctively recognizes the pattern, the harmony between what they see and what they hear. This creates a feeling of satisfaction, of rightness. Feels professional, feels expensive, feels complete. On the other hand, when the visuals and music are out of sync, it creates a subtle subconscious friction. The cuts feel random, the pacing feels off. The viewer might not be able to pinpoint exactly what's wrong, but they'll feel it. Feels jarring, amateurish, and cheap. It's like watching a dancer who's completely off the beat. No matter how beautiful their movements are, the whole performance is ruined by the lack of rhythm. Your stunning drone shots and perfectly lit interiors are the beautiful movements. The music is the beat. If you don't put them together correctly, the entire performance falls flat. So, how do we become the choreographers of our own real estate masterpieces? How do we find that heartbeat and make our visuals dance to it? It starts with the most basic, most human instinct, finding the beat. Put on your chosen track, close your eyes for a moment and just listen. Tap your foot. Nod your head. You're looking for the pulse, the downbeat. In most of the music you'll use, this is a simple 1, 2, 3, 4 count. That steady, predictable pulse is your foundation. It's the grid upon which you will build your entire visual story. Once you've internalized that pulse, you open your video editing software. Every single one, from the most basic to the most advanced, will show you the audio track as something called a waveform. It looks like a series of peaks and valleys. Those peaks, more often than not, those are your beats. The kick drum, the snare hit, the bass note, they create visible spikes in the waveform. This is your visual roadmap to the music's rhythm. You can literally see the heartbeat of the song laid out on your timeline. Now comes the most important technique in your entire editing arsenal: cutting on the beat. This means that the exact moment you switch from one video clip to another, your cut should land precisely on one of those peaks in the waveform. When the kick drum hits, you cut to the next shot. When the snare snaps, you cut. Shot 1 ends, shot 2 begins right on the beat. Sounds incredibly simple, and it is. But the impact is profound. Doing this consistently, even for just a few cuts in a row, instantly locks your video into the music's groove. It creates a sense of momentum and purpose. The video no longer feels like a random slideshow of pretty pictures. It feels like a cohesive, rhythmic sequence. But we're not just making a music video here. We're telling the story of a home. So we need to go deeper than just simple cuts. The next level is syncing actions within the frame to the music. Think about the small, dynamic moments in your footage. A cabinet door closing, faucet turning on, a sliding glass door gliding open to reveal a stunning view, a drone shot that swoops dramatically over the roofline. These are your accent points. Now look at your music's waveform again. You'll see the steady beat, but you'll also see bigger spikes. A cymbal crash, a dramatic piano chord, a swell of strings. These are the musical accents. Your job is to align the visual accents with the audio accents. Imagine this. A drone is flying towards the front of the house. Right as the music builds and a cymbal crashes, you cut to a shot where the front door swings open, revealing a grand foyer. The visual impact of the door opening is magnified tenfold by the perfectly timed sound of the cymbal. It's a moment of pure cinematic satisfaction. Or maybe the music has a soft, delicate piano melody. You could sync each piano note to a different detail shot. A close-up of a designer light fixture, then the texture of a marble countertop, then the finish on a custom cabinet handle. Each note highlights a new feature, turning a simple sequence into a graceful, elegant ballet of details. This is what transforms a viewer from a passive observer into an engaged participant. They feel the synergy, and it draws them deeper into the world you're creating. This principle also applies to the overall pacing. The tempo of your music must dictate the speed of your edits. If you've chosen a high-energy, upbeat electronic track for a trendy downtown loft, your cuts should be fast. Quick shots, lots of movement, a new image every 1 or 2 seconds, driving the energy forward. You're communicating a lifestyle of excitement, action, and modernity. Now try to edit that same video with slow, long 5 to 10 second shots. It would feel completely wrong. The visuals would be dragging their feet, while the music is sprinting ahead. Conversely, if you've chosen a slow, sweeping orchestral piece for a majestic estate, you need to let your shots breathe. Use long, graceful drone flyovers, slow cinematic slider shots that drift through rooms. Hold on a beautiful view for a few extra seconds to let the emotion of the music sink in. Quick, frantic cuts would completely shatter the sense of peace, luxury, and grandeur you're trying to build. The pacing of your edits is the breathing of your film. It must match the heart rate set by the music. And for those who want to reach the absolute highest level of artistry, you can even structure your video's narrative around the song's structure. Most songs have a distinct verse, chorus, and bridge. You can use this musical roadmap to guide your visual story. The verse, which is often a bit quieter and more introductory, is perfect for establishing shots, the neighborhood, the exterior of the house, the front entryway. You're setting the stage. Then, when the chorus hits, the most powerful, memorable part of the song, that's when you reveal the money shot. The breathtaking ocean view, the massive, open-concept kitchen and living area, the incredible backyard oasis. You use the music's emotional peak to highlight the property's most powerful emotional feature. The bridge, which often offers a change of pace, could be used to showcase quieter, more intimate spaces, like a cozy study or a serene master bedroom, before returning to the chorus for a final, powerful look at the home's best features. By structuring your edit this way, you're not just laying a song over some pictures. You're creating a true synthesis of sight and sound. The music isn't just a background. It's the narrator, guiding the viewer's emotions from one space to the next. The single most important piece of practical advice I can give you is this. Lay down your music track on your editing timeline first, before you even think about adding a single video clip. This forces you to listen, to internalize the rhythm, and to build your visual story on the foundation of the music. Too many amateurs edit their entire video together, and then try to slap a music track underneath it, hoping it fits. It never does. It's like building a house and then trying to pour the foundation underneath it. It's backward, and the result is always unstable. Edit your video to the music, not the other way around. Let the music be your guide, your conductor, your storyteller. When you honor the rhythm will reward you with a video that not only looks professional but feels alive. It will have a pulse, a heartbeat, that connects with the viewer on a level that visuals alone can never reach. And that heartbeat, that pulse, must be perfectly in sync with the soul of the home you're trying to sell. This is where we move beyond the technical and into the magical. We're going to talk about building an emotional blueprint for your video, and how music becomes the primary architect of feeling. Before you even open your music library, before you type a single keyword into the search bar, you have to answer one non-negotiable question. How do I want the viewer to feel when they watch this video? Not what do I want them to see? Not what do I want them to know? How do I want them to feel? Do you want them to feel the warm, comforting embrace of a family home? The sleek, sophisticated pulse of a downtown loft? The awe-inspiring grandeur of a luxury estate? The quirky, creative energy of a historic bungalow? This core feeling is your North Star. It's your emotional blueprint. Every single musical choice you make must serve this blueprint. If you get this wrong, it doesn't matter how beautiful your drone shots are or how smooth your gimbal work is. A mismatch between the visual story and the audio story creates a deep, subconscious dissonance in the viewer. It's like serving a 5-star steak with a plastic fork. The experience is immediately cheapened. So, how do we translate a feeling into sound? We start by understanding the fundamental building blocks of musical emotion. Think of it like a painter's palette. You have primary colors that you can mix to create any shade of emotion you desire. The first and most powerful tool on our palette is the choice between a major and a minor key. This is Music Theory 101, but its impact is profound. Major keys, for the most part, sound happy, bright, and optimistic. They feel open and resolved. This is the sound of a sunny day, of children laughing in a backyard, of possibility. If your property is a bright, airy family home in the suburbs, a starter home for an excited young couple, or a vibrant condo in a fun neighborhood, a track in a major key is almost always your starting point. It communicates positivity and contentment. Minor keys, on the other hand, are the sound of sophistication, drama, introspection, and sometimes even melancholy. They have a more complex, serious, and often more emotional feel. Don't hear melancholy and think sad. In marketing, it translates to profound. It's the sound of luxury, of history, of exclusivity. A dramatic, modern architectural home with sharp lines and shadow play cries out for a minor key. A 100-year-old estate with a story to tell feels more authentic with the gravitas of a minor key. It adds a layer of depth and significance that a simple, happy major key just can't touch. Next on our palette is tempo, measured in beats per minute or BPM. This directly controls the energy of your video. A slow tempo, let's say 60 to 80 BPM, is calming. It's luxurious. It encourages the viewer to breathe, to linger on a shot, to soak in the details. This is the tempo for slow-motion shots of steam rising from a coffee cup on the marble countertop, for a sunset view from the infinity pool, for a gentle pan across a master suite. It conveys peace and elegance. A medium tempo, from about 90 to 120 BPM, is the workhorse of real estate video. It feels like a comfortable, confident walking pace. It's positive and engaging without being frantic. It drives the video forward, moving from room to room with a sense of purpose and flow. Most of your standard property tours will live happily in this range. It's friendly, accessible, and keeps the energy up without overwhelming the visuals. Then you have your fast tempos, anything over 120 BPM. This is your energy shot. This is excitement, urgency, and action. You have to be careful with this. A fast track over slow, panning shots of an empty house feels jarring and desperate. But use it strategically for a montage of the vibrant neighborhood lifestyle, the bustling farmer's market, the local coffee shop, the bike path, and it's incredibly effective. A fast tempo can score a quick-cut sequence of unique home features or a dramatic drone shot flying up to the property, creating a burst of excitement. Finally, the most character-defining choice you'll make: instrumentation. The instruments are the voices that tell your emotional story. If your emotional blueprint is elegance or prestige, you're reaching for the orchestral section. A solo piano can be intimate, classy, and emotional. It's perfect for a property that feels both grand and personal. Add strings, violins, cellos, and you instantly elevate the production to a cinematic level. This is the language of multi-million-dollar listings. It speaks of timelessness, quality, and an epic scale of living. If your blueprint is warmth, comfort, or authenticity, you're looking for acoustic instruments. An acoustic guitar is the universal symbol for home. It's relatable, genuine, and down-to-earth. It's the perfect companion for a cozy family home, a rustic cabin, or a charming beachside cottage. Pair it with a ukulele, and you've got a recipe for cheerful, happy, and carefree vibes. These instruments feel handmade and personal, which helps the buyer connect with the house on a human level. What if your blueprint is modern, cool, and sophisticated? You're heading straight for electronic music. Don't think of a nightclub. Think of the ambient, atmospheric sound of a high-end hotel lobby or a tech product launch. Clean, minimalist synth pads, a deep but subtle bass line, and a crisp, steady beat. This is the soundtrack for the ultramodern home. The downtown loft with concrete floors. The smart home with cutting-edge technology. It communicates that this property is current, stylish, and forward-thinking. Let's put this all together with a few real-world examples. Imagine we're marketing a 4-bedroom house in a quiet, green suburb. The key selling point is the huge backyard with a swing set and a beautiful deck. The target buyer is a family with young kids. What's our emotional blueprint? Happiness, safety, the feeling of a perfect childhood. So we need music that sounds like a warm hug. We choose a track in a major key, with an upbeat, medium tempo around 115 BPM. The instrumentation, a friendly acoustic guitar, a simple piano melody, and maybe even a light, clappy beat. The result is a video that doesn't just show a house. It shows a happy life waiting to be lived. Now let's pivot. Our next property is a penthouse condo in the heart of the city. Floor-to-ceiling windows, minimalist design, and breathtaking skyline views. The target buyer is a successful single professional or a power couple. The emotional blueprint? Confidence, success, sophistication, the feeling of being on top of the world. For this, we choose a track in a more complex minor key. The tempo would be steady and cool, maybe 100 BPM. A confident stride, not a frantic run. The instrumentation would be electronic. Smooth atmospheric synth pads to complement the view. A deep, clean bass line, and a crisp modern beat. The music says, "This is not just an apartment, this is a statement." One last one. A historic sprawling estate on 100 acres of land. Old world charm, grand ballrooms, and a sense of legacy. The emotional blueprint? Prestige, timelessness, the feeling of owning a piece of history. Here we need something epic. We choose a slow, sweeping orchestral piece, probably around 70 BPM. We'd use a minor key to give it that sense of drama and significance. We'd start with a solitary, elegant piano as we explore the intricate woodwork and detailed finishes. Then, as the drone shot reveals the sheer scale of the estate, the full string section swells. It's cinematic. It's breathtaking. The music transforms the viewing from a simple tour into an unforgettable event. In all three cases, the music wasn't an afterthought. It was a core part of the marketing strategy. It was chosen to amplify the home's unique identity and connect directly with the target buyer's aspirations. By defining your emotional blueprint first, you move from randomly picking songs you like to strategically crafting a powerful, persuasive experience. You stop selling square footage and start selling a feeling. And in real estate, feeling is everything. So you've defined your emotional blueprint. You know you're not selling a 3-bed, 2-bath. You're selling quiet Sunday mornings, the laughter of future family gatherings, or the sophisticated calm of a personal sanctuary. Now, how do you translate that feeling into sound waves? How do you walk into the infinite library of music and find the one track that speaks that specific emotional language? This is where most agents get lost. They type happy or upbeat into a search bar and spend hours scrolling through generic, soulless corporate jingles. The secret isn't in better search terms, not at first. It's in understanding the three fundamental pillars of musical emotion: tempo, tone, and texture. Master these and you'll be able to pinpoint the perfect track in minutes, not hours. Let's start with tempo. This is the simplest to understand but the most critical to get right. Tempo is the speed of the music, measured in beats per minute, or BPM. But it's not just speed. It's the heartbeat of your property. It's the pace of the life your potential buyer imagines living there. For a sprawling luxury estate with panoramic views and a serene infinity pool, you want a slow tempo. Think 60 to 90 BPM. This mimics a resting heart rate. It's calm, contemplative, and spacious. It gives the viewer time to breathe, to absorb the grandeur of the visuals. It communicates luxury, peace, and timelessness without a single word. A fast, energetic track here would feel anxious and cheap, like a tour guide rushing you through the Louvre. Now, consider a vibrant suburban home perfect for a young family. The emotional blueprint is about energy, community, and the happy chaos of life. Here you'll want a mid-tempo track, maybe 100 to 125 BPM. It's a walking or light jogging pace. It feels optimistic, active, and forward-moving. It complements shots of kids playing in the backyard or a bustling farmer's market down the street. Says, life happens here. Good life. And what about a sleek downtown loft in the heart of the city? The target buyer is seeking excitement, convenience, and a connection to the urban pulse. Here, a slightly more up-tempo track, around 120 to 140 BPM, can work wonders. It's not a frantic dance track, but it has drive and energy. It mirrors the rhythm of the city, the excitement of being at the center of it all. It feels modern, dynamic, and cool. Choosing the right tempo is step one in aligning the music with the property's core identity. Next we have tone. If tempo is the heartbeat, tone is the emotional color palette. This is determined by the instrumentation and the musical key. Are you painting with the warm, earthy colors of an acoustic guitar? Or the cool, sophisticated shades of a grand piano? Let's talk instrumentation first. A solo piano often communicates elegance, sophistication, and a touch of intimacy. It's perfect for high-end condos and historic homes. It feels classic and refined. An acoustic guitar, on the other hand, feels warm, authentic, and grounded. It's brilliant for rustic farmhouses, cozy bungalows, or properties that emphasize a connection to nature. Feels like home. Lush, sweeping strings, violins, cellos. create a sense of grandeur and cinematic scale. Use this for properties with dramatic views, incredible architecture, or vast acreage. It elevates the property, making it feel important and aspirational. On the flip side, modern electronic elements like synthesizers and subtle electronic beats create a feeling of being contemporary, sleek, and innovative. This is the language of modern architectural homes, smart homes, and high-tech urban apartments. The musical key is the other half of tone. You don't need to be a music theorist, you just need to know this. Major keys generally sound bright, happy, and uplifting. Minor keys tend to sound more serious, dramatic, emotional, or sophisticated. That bright, sun-drenched family home? It's practically screaming for a track in a major key. That moody architectural masterpiece with dramatic shadows and a city view at dusk? A minor key will enhance that sense of sophisticated drama and profound beauty. Finally, we have texture. This is the most nuanced pillar, but it's what separates good from great. Texture refers to the complexity of the music. How many layers of instruments are there? Is it simple and sparse, or is it dense and complex? A sparse texture, say just a single piano or a lone guitar, creates a lot of sonic white space. This is incredibly powerful in real estate video. It allows the visuals to be the star. It feels clean, uncluttered, and confident. It invites contemplation. It's perfect for minimalist design, properties where you want to highlight specific architectural details, or for creating a sense of peaceful solitude. A rich, layered texture, like a full orchestra or a band with multiple instruments, creates a big, immersive sound. It can make a property feel epic and significant. It fills the space and can generate a powerful emotional swell, perfect for that final, breathtaking drone shot or a reveal of a stunning view. The key is to match the texture to the visual density. A visually busy scene can benefit from a simpler texture, while a grand, sweeping shot can handle, and is often enhanced by, a richer musical texture. So now you have the framework: tempo, tone, and texture. You're no longer just searching for inspirational music. You're searching for a track with a slow tempo around 80 BPM, a sophisticated tone, piano and strings in a minor key, and a sparse texture. See the difference? You've just gone from a vague wish to a precise, actionable search query. You're telling the music library exactly what feeling you need it to produce. With this blueprint, you can now approach the search process strategically. When you go to a licensing site, use the advanced filters. Don't just type in the search bar. Select your BPM range. Select the specific instruments you want: piano, acoustic guitar, orchestra. Filter by mood, but use your new vocabulary. Instead of just happy, look for tags like optimistic, heartwarming, or carefree. Instead of just dramatic, look for contemplative, cinematic, or sophisticated. And here's a pro tip. Once you find a track that's close, 90% of these sites have a find similar, or more like this button. This is your golden ticket. You've given the platform's algorithm a perfect clue. And now you can let it do the hard work of finding sister tracks that share the same tempo, tone, and texture. This is how you build a short list of incredible options in minutes. Now let's address the giant elephant in the room: licensing. You cannot, under any circumstances, just grab a song you like from Spotify or Apple Music. Using a popular song by a famous artist without permission isn't just a bad idea. It's copyright infringement. Your video will be taken down from YouTube and social media. Your accounts could be penalized. And in a worst-case scenario, you could face serious legal and financial consequences. It's simply not worth the risk. This is where royalty-free music libraries come in. And let's clear up the biggest misconception right now. Royalty-free does not mean free. It means you pay a one-time fee, either per song or more commonly through a subscription, for a license to use the music without having to pay ongoing royalties to the composer every time your video is played. Think of it like buying a piece of furniture instead of leasing it. Once you buy it, it's yours to use in your house as you see fit, within the terms of the sale. For real estate agents, subscription-based services like Artlist, Epidemic Sound, or MusicBed are the industry standard. For a relatively low monthly or annual fee, you get access to vast libraries of high-quality music and a license that typically covers all your needs: your website, YouTube, social media, and even paid ads. But you still have to read the license. Before you subscribe, check the terms. Does the license cover commercial use? Does it cover paid advertising? Is it valid worldwide? Is it perpetual, meaning you can use the song forever in the project you created while you were a subscriber? even if you cancel later? The answer to all of these questions should be yes. A good subscription service offers a simple, all-encompassing license that gives you peace of mind. You download the track, you get a license certificate, and you are covered. It's the cost of doing business professionally, and it protects you, your brokerage, and your client. So the process is complete. You start with the emotional blueprint of the home. You translate that feeling into the language of music using the pillars of tempo, tone, and texture. You use that specific language to search strategically on a professional, royalty-free music platform. And you secure a proper license that allows you to use that perfect track legally and without worry. You've successfully navigated from an abstract feeling to a concrete, powerful, and fully licensed asset for your marketing. But finding the perfect song is only half the battle. The other half is making it dance with your visuals. It's about how you edit the music, where you make the cuts, when you raise the volume, how you synchronize a beat to a door opening. That's where the true magic happens. That's where you transform a simple property video into a cinematic experience that buyers can't turn away from. So, how do we create that cinematic experience? It's not about having the most expensive camera or the most dramatic drone shots. It's about marrying the visuals to the audio in a way that feels intentional, emotional, and completely seamless. It all starts with the rhythm. The most fundamental technique, the one that separates a slideshow from a story, is called beat matching. Now, this might sound technical, but the concept is incredibly simple. You are timing your visual cuts to the beat of the music. Think about it. A drum hit, a cymbal crash, a strong piano chord. These are punctuation marks in your song. When you line up a significant visual change with that punctuation, the human brain registers it as deeply satisfying. Feels right. Feels professional. Imagine a shot of a front door. Instead of just cutting to the interior, you time the cut so that the door swings open at the exact moment the beat drops. Boom! Instant impact. Or a drone shot that's slowly rising up the side of the house. As the music swells and hits a crescendo, the drone clears the roofline to reveal a stunning backyard oasis. The music and the visual climax happen at the same time. This isn't just for big moments. It can be a series of quick cuts showing details, a faucet, a light fixture, a tile pattern, each cut landing on a snappy, rhythmic beat in the song. It creates a feeling of energy, pace, and excitement. Your editing software's timeline is your best friend here. You can literally see the peaks in the audio waveform. Those peaks are your targets. Drag your clips, trim them, and align the key action, the door opening, the reveal, the quick cut, right on top of that peak. Do this just a few times in a video, and you instantly elevate the production value tenfold. You're no longer just showing a house. You're conducting a visual symphony. But what happens when the music doesn't have a strong, obvious beat? What if you've chosen a more ambient, atmospheric track? This is where you move from being a rhythm keeper to being an emotional conductor, and your primary tool is volume. The volume of your music is not a set-it-and-forget-it feature. It should be a living, breathing part of your video. We call this ducking, where the music volume drops to make space for something more important, like an agent speaking or a text overlay with key information. But most people do this robotically. The music is loud, then it abruptly gets quiet, then it abruptly gets loud again. It's jarring. It breaks the spell. A world-class editor treats volume like a dimmer switch, not a light switch. You create gentle fades. As the agent begins to speak, the music gracefully fades into the background over a second or two. It never disappears completely. It just becomes a soft, emotional bed for their words to lie on. When they finish speaking, it gently swells back up to take center stage. This dynamic control of volume does more than just make things easier to hear. It directs the viewer's focus. When the music is prominent, you're telling the viewer, feel this. Look at the beauty of this space. When you lower the volume for a text overlay that says, custom Italian marble countertops, you're telling them, read this. This is an important detail. You are guiding their experience moment by moment. You can even use volume for dramatic effect. As the camera slowly pushes in on a breathtaking ocean view, you can gradually increase the music's volume, building anticipation until the full view is revealed and the music is at its peak. You're manufacturing a wow moment, and the viewer is completely along for the ride. Now let's combine these ideas, rhythm and volume, into the most powerful concept of all, matching your video's story arc to the music's emotional arc. Every good song has a structure. It has an introduction, a build-up, a climax, and a resolution. Guess what? Your property tour should have the exact same structure. You're not just showing rooms in a random order, You're telling a story. Let's map it out. Act 1. The introduction. This is the beginning of your video. The first 15 to 20 seconds. You're showing the curb appeal, the grand entryway, the establishing shots. Your music here should be in its own introductory phase. It's setting the mood, creating intrigue, but it hasn't fully kicked in yet. It's the musical equivalent of, "Welcome, come on in." Act 2, the build-up. Now you're moving into the heart of the home. The main living area, the kitchen, the dining room. These are the spaces where life happens. As you guide the viewer through these core areas, the music should start to build. Maybe a new instrument layer comes in, the tempo might pick up slightly, the energy starts to rise. You're exploring the home, and the music is exploring with you. You're using those beat-matched cuts on details to keep the energy flowing. You're building momentum, leading the viewer deeper into the story of the home. Act 3. The climax and resolution. Every home has a knockout feature. The infinity pool, the panoramic city view, the breathtaking master suite, the chef's kitchen. This is the climax of your video, and it must align with the climax of the song, the most powerful, emotionally resonant part of the track. As you reveal this wow feature, the music should hit its absolute peak. All the layers, all the emotion, all the energy coming together in one perfect moment of sight and sound. This is the moment that gets seared into a buyer's memory. After that peak, as you show a few final beauty shots, a twilight exterior, a crackling fireplace, the music begins its resolution. It calms down, becomes simpler, and fades into the outro. This musical outro is the perfect bet for your final call to action, your logo, and the agent's contact information. It provides a feeling of satisfying closure, leaving the viewer with a warm, lasting impression of the home. When you structure your edit this way, you're tapping into a deep, primal form of storytelling that audiences have been conditioned to respond to for centuries. Just feels right. It's the difference between a list of features and an experience. One final pro-level technique to tie this all together is the use of what we call J-cuts and L-cuts. In a standard cut, the audio and video switch at the exact same time. It's clean, but it can feel a bit rigid. In a J-cut, the audio from the next scene starts playing before the video cuts to it. Imagine you're looking at the living room, and you suddenly hear the gentle sizzle of cooking and the swell of music that feels a bit more energetic. A second later, you cut to a beautiful shot of the kitchen. You've used the sound to lead the viewer's mind into the next space, creating a seamless, forward-moving flow. An L-cut is the opposite. The video cuts to a new scene, but the audio from the previous scene continues for a moment. You could cut from the master bedroom to the tranquil patio, but let the soft, peaceful music from the bedroom track continue for a few seconds before transitioning to the new music. It connects the two spaces emotionally, making the whole home feel more cohesive. These aren't just fancy editing tricks. They are the invisible threads that stitch your video together into a single, compelling narrative. By matching beats, controlling volume, aligning with the music's emotional arc, and using sophisticated transitions, you are taking complete control of the viewer's emotional journey. You are turning a simple marketing video into a powerful piece of persuasive art. Now you have all the tools to build an emotional masterpiece from the ground up. But before you hit that final export button and share it with the world, there's one final critical step. It's a step that can make or break your entire marketing effort, protect you from catastrophic legal trouble, and ensure that all your hard work actually translates into views, leads, and sales. And it's the one thing most agents and marketers get dangerously wrong. I'm talking, of course, about music licensing and copyright. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh great, the boring legal stuff. But I need you to lean in right now, because this isn't just boring legal stuff. This is the hidden reef that has sunk more real estate marketing ships than any other mistake you can possibly make. Getting this wrong can get your videos completely removed from YouTube and social media. It can get your ad accounts banned. And in a worst-case scenario, it can land you a 5- or even 6-figure lawsuit. Imagine this for a second. You've just closed on a spectacular $7 million waterfront property. The video you produced was a masterpiece. You hired the best videographer, used drone shots, and spent weeks editing it to perfection. You found the perfect song, an instrumental track from a popular movie, and it just elevated the entire video to another level. You post it. It goes viral in your local market. Leads are pouring in. The seller is thrilled. You feel like you're on top of the world. Then 2 months later, you get an email. It's not a lead. It's a cease and desist letter from the legal team of a massive record label. They inform you that you've used their copyrighted music without permission, and they're demanding $150,000 in statutory damages. Your blood runs cold. You think it must be a mistake, a scam. But it's not. All that hard work, all that momentum, all the money you spent, is now overshadowed by a legal nightmare that could cripple your business. This isn't a scare tactic. This happens every single day. The internet is patrolled by sophisticated bots and legal teams whose entire job is to find and penalize copyright infringement. And real estate marketing, because it's a commercial use, is their #1 target. So let's demystify this. Let's make it simple so you never have to worry about that nightmare scenario ever again. First, we need to obliterate a few myths that are dangerously prevalent in this industry. Myth number 1, the 15-second rule. I'm sure you've heard it. You can use any song you want as long as it's under 15 seconds. This is completely 100% unequivocally false. There is no 15-second rule. There's no 10-second rule. There's no 1-second rule. If you use even a single recognizable note of a copyrighted song without a license, you are infringing on that copyright. Period. End of story. Myth number 2. It's fair use. The term fair use is one of the most misunderstood concepts on the internet. People throw it around as if it's a magic shield that lets them use whatever they want. Fair use is an incredibly complex legal doctrine that allows for the limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes like commentary, criticism, news reporting, and scholarship. A video designed to help you sell a multi-million-dollar property is the literal definition of commercial use. It does not and will never qualify as fair use. Arguing fair use for a property tour video is like trying to argue you shouldn't get a speeding ticket because you were driving a really nice car. It's a losing argument. Myth number 3. I gave credit in the description. This is another huge one. People think that if they just type music by Ed Sheeran, "I do not own the rights to this music," in their YouTube description, they're off the hook. This is the legal equivalent of robbing a bank and leaving a note that says, "Money stolen from First National Bank, I do not own this money." It doesn't just fail to protect you. It's an admission of guilt. Giving credit is a wonderful gesture, but it is not a substitute for a legal license. The artist and the record label don't want credit. They want to be paid for the use of their work. So, now that we've cleared the minefield of myths, where do you actually get music safely? Let's break it down into a simple good, better, best framework. The good option, and the one I'd call the bare minimum, is using truly free music libraries. The most well-known is the YouTube Audio Library. You can access it directly from your YouTube studio. It has thousands of tracks that are completely free to use in your YouTube videos, and you don't have to worry about copyright strikes. The downside? The quality can be inconsistent. You might have to sift through a lot of generic, uninspired music to find a gem. Other sites offer royalty-free music, but you have to be incredibly careful. Read the fine print. Some require you to give specific attribution in a certain format. Others might be free for personal use but not for commercial use, which again is exactly what you're doing. Using these free resources is okay if you have zero budget, but it's like trying to furnish a luxury home with items from the curb. You might find something decent, but it's probably not going to reflect the quality of your brand. This brings us to the better option, which is frankly the professional standard for 99% of real estate marketing. This is using a paid subscription service. I'm talking about platforms like Artlist, Epidemic Sound, MusicBed, or Soundstripe. For a relatively low monthly or annual fee, usually between $15 and $30 a month, you get access to a massive, curated library of high-quality music created by real artists and composers. Think about that. For less than the cost of your daily Starbucks habit, you get complete peace of mind. Every track on these platforms comes with a simple, clear license that covers you for commercial use on YouTube, your website, social media, and paid ads. The license is your proof. It's your insurance policy. If you ever get a copyright claim, you just present your license certificate from the service, and the claim is cleared almost immediately. But beyond the legal protection, the quality is just night and day. These aren't cheesy stock music tracks from the 90s. This is music crafted for visual storytelling. You can search by mood, genre, instrument, video theme. You can find that perfect, uplifting, cinematic track that makes your property look like it belongs in a Hollywood movie. This is the single smartest, most cost-effective investment you can make in your video marketing. It elevates your brand, protects you legally, and saves you countless hours of searching for mediocre free music. It is a non-negotiable for anyone serious about real estate video. Finally, we have the best option. This is for the ultra-luxury market, the 9-figure listings, the top 1% of productions. This is licensing a well-known mainstream song. You want to use a Coldplay song or a track by Taylor Swift in your video. You can, but it's going to cost you a lot. You have to negotiate 2 separate licenses. One with the publisher who owns the composition, and one with the record label that owns the recording. This is a complex process that involves lawyers and can cost anywhere from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more, for a single song. For 99.9% of real estate videos, this is completely unnecessary and financially insane. But it's important to know it exists, to understand the full spectrum of music licensing. So what's the takeaway here? It's simple. Your reputation, your brand, and your business's legal safety are worth more than the price of a tank of gas per month. Stop playing Russian roulette with copyright. Stop using music you ripped from a movie or a popular artist's album. Here is your new unbreakable rule. Your 3-step process for every single video you create from this day forward. 1. Source your music from a reputable platform. That means either the YouTube audio library if you have no budget, or preferably, a professional subscription service like Artlist or Epidemic Sound. 2. Understand the license. Don't just click download. Take 30 seconds to understand what the license allows you to do. Does it cover social media? Paid ads? Make sure it fits your needs. 3. Keep a record. Download the license agreement or certificate for every track you use, and save it in a folder with your video project files. This is your get-out-of-jail-free card. In the end, the music you choose does more than just set a mood. It sends a powerful signal about you and your brand. Using a pirated pop song screams amateur. It tells potential clients that you cut corners, that you don't respect intellectual property, and that you're not operating at a professional level. But when you use a beautiful, high-quality, properly licensed piece of music, it does the opposite. It shows you're a serious professional. It shows you invest in quality. It shows you respect the creative work of others. It builds trust, enhances your brand, and ultimately, helps you attract the kind of clients you want to work with. Don't let a simple, avoidable mistake undermine everything you're working so hard to build. Choose your music wisely, choose it legally, and let it be the soundtrack to your success.